just wait. Your favorite rapper, that boy gonna be able to talk whatever the cause you know I'm that thing, bitch. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Disclaimer. Urban Tea is an entertainment news channel. All content is based on publicly available information, reports, and sources. We do not claim any information as fact unless officially confirmed. Stories may include opinions or interpretations for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Urban Tea, your home for the hottest celebrity news and everything happening in hip-hop right now. Today's story is one of the biggest feuds heating up the industry. The ongoing clash between NLE Choppa, or as he's now calling himself, NLE the Great, and NBA YoungBoy. What started as subtle tension years ago has now turned into a full-scale lyrical war, public stunts, spiritual symbolism, and non-stop internet drama. And as new pieces of the story unfold, fans are beginning to realize that this beef is much bigger, deeper, and more calculated than it first appeared. It all reignited when NBA YoungBoy dropped his new track, Zero IQ Freestyle. Now, YoungBoy didn't go out of his way to say Choppa's name on the record, but anyone with ears could tell the tone was aimed directly at him. YoungBoy came with that sharp, cutting energy he's known for, and fans instantly took it as a fresh shot at Choppa. And whether it was intentional or not, it didn't take long for Choppa to catch wind of it. Just hours after the freestyle dropped, NLE Choppa hit Twitter and Instagram with a fiery video that shook the entire hip-hop world. In the clip, you see him pacing, hyped up, yelling at the camera with raw emotion. He previewed an unreleased track that many believe is a direct response to YoungBoy's freestyle. And he made sure his message was loud and clear. He shouted, "That boy in trouble. Y'all think I'm the fool? Okay, watch how this shit pan out." His energy was intense enough that fans instantly knew something major was brewing. But this moment didn't come out of nowhere. This tension has been bubbling for years. Their issues date back to 2022, when NBA YoungBoy dissed Choppa on his record Know Like I Know. That situation came not long after Choppa showed public support for King Von during a very sensitive time, and everyone knows YoungBoy's camp and Von's camp were already involved in deep conflict. Because of that, the internet started connecting dots between Choppa's support and YoungBoy's anger.
Back then, Choppa tried to keep things low-key. He did interviews where he claimed the two didn't have real beef, just some misunderstandings and online conversations blown out of proportion. But fans never fully believed him. And now, in 2025, the direction everything has taken proves that this feud was never as calm as it appeared. Everything changed with the release of Choppa's diss track, KO, which dropped at the end of October 2025. This wasn't a small response. This was a full-on declaration. The moment fans heard the beat, they knew Choppa wasn't playing, because he sampled one of the most iconic and aggressive diss tracks of all time, Tupac's Hit 'Em Up. That sample alone showed the level of seriousness. Rap beefs rarely go this far anymore, and when someone taps into a Tupac record, it means they're trying to make a statement loud enough to echo for years. The lyrics in KO were razor sharp. Choppa attacked YoungBoy's influence, his lifestyle, and what he represents in hip-hop. At one point, Choppa raps, "You poison the youth, nothing positive you do. You send niggas to do what you wouldn't even do." That line trended across social media hours after the song came out. Fans couldn't believe how direct he was, especially with the history these two artists share. But Choppa didn't stop at the lyrics. The video took things to a whole different level. It's one of the most cinematic, symbolic, and controversial diss videos in recent years. Choppa blends inspiration from Michael Jackson, Tupac, and even Mike Tyson, three iconic figures known for power, influence, and unforgettable performances. The video uses dark imagery, biblical symbolism, and dramatic visuals to paint Choppa as a warrior, a fighter, and even a spiritual messenger rising above negativity.
The most talked about moment in the video features a look-alike version of NBA YoungBoy. This character gets humiliated, beaten, and eventually decapitated before being thrown into a grave. It was shocking, graphic, and intentionally disrespectful. Fans debated whether it crossed the line or whether it was a creative masterpiece. But no matter how you feel about it, the reaction was explosive. Within hours, KO had people talking across every major platform: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. And just when the internet thought Choppa was finished, he took things into the real world. He put up a giant billboard promoting KO in North Baton Rouge, a place closely connected to YoungBoy's childhood and early life. The billboard shows Choppa standing like a professional boxer, making it look like he's calling YoungBoy out for an actual fight. Fans called it bold, insane, genius, and dangerous all at once. Some said it was next-level marketing. Others warned that putting a billboard in someone's hometown was stepping into dangerous territory. Naturally, it didn't take long for YoungBoy's mother, Sharonda Bolden, to fire back. She went online and blasted Choppa, calling him irrelevant and accusing him of chasing clout off her son's name. Her post added even more fuel to the fire, and fans began arguing even more aggressively on both sides. But things got even more confusing when Choppa did an interview after the billboard incident. Despite everything, the diss track, the violent video, the hometown billboard, he told interviewers that he still has love for YoungBoy. He even said he would make music with him if the opportunity came. That statement left fans completely baffled. How do you release a diss track where a lookalike of the man gets decapitated and then claim you'd still collaborate with him? Choppa explained this by saying his actions were spiritual. He claimed he felt a calling to confront negativity in the rap world and that this moment was bigger than personal beef. Whether you believe that or not, it certainly added another layer of mystery to the feud. This situation is different from a typical rap beef because it blends symbolism, real-world actions, music history, and emotional intensity. Choppa isn't just trying to diss YoungBoy, he's building a narrative around himself. He's rebranding as NLE the Great, presenting himself as a leader, a messenger, and someone fighting against chaos. Whether the public is buying into that or not, the approach is definitely unique. Meanwhile, YoungBoy hasn't issued a major diss track aimed directly back at Choppa since this new wave started, at least not one as detailed or intentional as KO. His silence is making fans even more curious. They're waiting to see if he responds with aggression, ignores Choppa entirely, or surprises the industry with an unexpected record. And because YoungBoy has one of the strongest and most loyal fan bases in the game, anything he does next will definitely shift the conversation. As for Choppa, he's not slowing down at all. He continues teasing more music, more visuals, and more cryptic messages. His new persona, NLE the Great, seems to be part of a much bigger rollout, one that uses this YoungBoy feud as the center of its momentum. This story is still developing, and the next chapter could be the biggest one yet. Whether it becomes one of the most memorable beefs of the decade or fizzles out depends entirely on the next move. And right now, everyone is watching YoungBoy. But one thing is for sure, this feud is far from over. And as always, Urban T will be here to break down every twist, every diss, every billboard, and every moment the second it happens. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and stay ready, because this tea is only getting hotter.